Hello, everybody. Let me double check, make sure we're live. Then I can get TikTok set up. Whoa, hang on, we got stuff going on here. Got our own issues going on here. We're broken like TikTok right now. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Let me make sure we're live, okay? I do see. There we go. After I knocked you guys down. Let me double check, make sure we're live. Wave at you, make sure we're live. Let me do a live. Let me get you a wave. Obviously, like TikTok right now. TikTok is broken. Welcome. Let me make sure we're live, okay? Let me do a quick wave. I do see. There we go. I'm trying to knock you guys down. Double check, make sure we're live. Wave at you, make sure we're live. Let me do a live. Let me get you a wave. And we have an echo. Well, that'll stop now. All right, we're heading to TikTok. Ooh. There's still bizarre things going on TikTok right now, and it's crazy. Okay. Well, it still says Cookie House build. I guess we'll just leave it alone. So I'm going to set my live goal. I'm just going to continue from there. I'm going to leave the whales up. Why not, right? Because why the hell not? Because I don't think people have any coins. Let's go for something cheaper. I was messing around with the whales yesterday. I want to know what the rocky mushroom is. I got to try that one today. But not right now. That one's going to go tonight. Let's see what the rocky mushroom is. I'll put a 99 cent. Let's do this Sunday, shall we? Let's do 6 Sundays. Make it affordable for everybody over there. Okay, let me go live and we're ready to go. So we have some paint mixing to do today. Because as you guys can see, the photo I ran is a reproduction Department 56 of Cousin Eddy's trailer. So the top part, unlike most Winnies, it must be a really old Winnie to have that blue on top. So the top part of that Winnie is blue, and you don't see that hardly at all. So that's got to be like a majorly old Winnie. All right, let me get started over here and we'll get going, okay? It's alive! Okay. We on TikTok. Okay. I have 2 screens that came up, so TikTok's being really weird already. Okay, here we go. Hey, everybody, what's up? Wait for TikTok to kick in. Woo, it's good to see you all. We're going to use the magic wand today for luck. Hi, everyone. Good to see everybody. Okay, I see we're over here. Hello, over on the other 2 networks. Okay, we're waiting on TikTok to power up here, which could take anything from now for an hour, the way it's been going. Hello, everybody. Hi, Brenda. Hello. Okay, welcome. Let me have a little sip of water. We are getting ready to work on Cousin Eddy's trailer. Now that I know the colors, and you guys know the colors, because that's the photo I ran. Except for you guys over there. We're going to work on mixing some colors today. Which ought to be fun. Okay? So I think the proper color to mix, because right now I was talking about working on the rust. I think we should mix the blue color and put the blue color together. And try and get a decent blue color for Cousin Eddy. Welcome, everybody. We are doing the Cousin Eddy cookie car. Well, not cookie car, but, well, cookie RV. So we're working on Cousin Eddy's cookie RV. It's not the exact RV, but it's a trailer I found at Safeway. It was cheap. And so I thought we would paint it up and everything and make it as close to Cousin Eddy's thing as we could. So what we're going to be doing, and last night we started on this, so I'll show you guys where we're at. I got to get my tray up here for you guys too. So let me get the tray up before I get ahead of myself here. It's craft day. I'm actually almost on time today. Did you guys notice that? I'm actually almost on time. TikTok's wonky. still wonky stuff going on. Like when I got off of the show yesterday, I couldn't see how many people had watched over at TikTok. TikTok's really wonky. So let's show you where we're at. Okay, so what I did yesterday, we painted what had to be painted white, got painted white. So right now we're here. I got this going right here. Okay. And if you come in close on those tires, you can see that the hubcaps are bumpy. That's because I'm going to put rust there because Cousin Eddy's RV is rusted, right? So we're going to put rust there. Now, what we're going to do, because now that I know the top part of Cousin Eddy's RV is blue. So what we're about to do is we're going to mix, because I have some yellow squeegee, and I also have some green squeegee. So we're going to try and make the proper color blue. I have white also that I can dilute with, and we'll try and get as close to, because that blue seems kind of light that's on his RV. We don't want it too dark, because it's got to be faded because it's old, right? It's old. So welcome, everybody. Just hang out. We're going to have some fun and talk about things and build Cousin Eddy's RV. Okay, at least for the next hour or so. Maybe till 3:30, 4 o'clock, before I take my night break. There's our green. Now we need the blue. Hey, we got blue. Okay. So what we'll do is I'll use the blue, and we're going to squeeze it out. And I'm going to add white to it because we want to lighten it up. We want to fade it out because there's no way that RV is going to be that blue. That would be like a brand new RV, right? So we're going to want to squeeze some white in there and try and fade it out a little bit. So, okay. Well, we're good. I know I had blue. So, alrighty. So we're going to do some magic here. See my magic wand? I got a magic wand. These are from my magic candles, right? Harry Potter candles. I use as a magic wand for my shows to make the shows go well. So we're going to do this. We're going to be bibbity, bobbity, boo for everybody. There we go. All magic wand. So it goes well. Okay, so let's do this. We'll squeeze some blue out, and then I'm going to put some white in. I have to be careful. I don't want my white to get too mixed in. So the idea behind this is to get a lighter blue color. Because again, Cousin Eddy's trailer is trashed. Who's on here? Hi, Zoe. Hi, welcome. Guys, I'll be back at 6:45 p.m. Pacific tonight to do tarot card readings. If you go over to my my page on TikTok, you can check out the 2 videos I have of the thing for this and what we're going to be doing tonight. Because people are going over there, but the views aren't counting right now. So it is what it is. So let me squeeze some of this out. I'm glad this isn't that gel crap. If this was that gel, we'd be in a heap of big trouble. So I'm going to squeeze some of this up. We'll see if I can actually do this like I want to do it. Because what I want to do and what actually transpires are always 2 different things, you know? Murphy's Law, right? You guys know about Murphy's Law. So, I mean, it may be a case where I'm going to have to run up to Safeway at some point this week and get blue frosting, but I'm hoping I don't. This is classic blue. But there's not a lot of this, and I have to never squeeze with stop on. Already the first error. Mic drop. So I'm adding blue on here real quick. I'm adding the blue. Not a lot of it because I want to see how far I can go. The thing is, I have to make sure every time I do it is I'm going to match. I have to match the color. That's what's kind of, intimidating. So let me grab some white frosting, and we're going to mix. We're going to mix it up because we want to make it look like a lighter blue. Is it going to work? Who the hell knows? I work with acrylics and oils, so I'm going by what I would get if I was using acrylics and oils, color-wise. If I was mixing my acrylics and my oils, this is what I would do. And we got a nice light blue. All right. Okay, we got it. I got the color I wanted. See the color? Just like on the box, see it? I did get the color I wanted. Like I said, I'm used to mixing acrylics, so we get what we get. All right, so let's go ahead and do the top of this first. Is that big one clean enough? We'll use the big one. We're probably going to have to mix more too. There's 2 big ones. Okay. Maybe from last night. Okay. What I think is really fun is that this stuff, unlike paints, and that's what I wasn't thinking that was frosting, was unlike paints, it cleans up right away with water, you know? Okay. So we know that the top edge of his RV is going to be white up here, but the rest of it's going to be blue. So let's just go ahead and let's just blue that out. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's good right there. All right, Cousin Eddie's RV. So as we do this, do I eat these? No. But again, we're going to have to be matching this as we go. I think a lot of that lightness on the first one, the first couple of swipes was because the brush was wet. I'll show you guys. See that? We got the color for the top part of the RV color for Cousin Eddie. We're going to make rust today, too. I have 2 of these things for rust, so I can make rust. Then, of course, we have to have a straight line. So we're going to apply the trick that everybody applies. Let me get the Scotch tape. And we're going to burn Scotch tape along the straight lines, which I like to do. Where'd it go? I know here. Ha! Where'd tape go? It was here. I'll have to. Anybody see the dog? The dog likes to take tape. We just have to play with it as close as we can. Okay, so tomorrow we'll get tape. I thought it was in here. So it's good to see everybody over on TikTok. TikTok is still a hot mess, unfortunately. Like I said, I put 2 videos out today. I have no views on them. So if you guys please go over to the California Hot Site on TikTok, give me some likes on those videos. I'd appreciate it. So I'm going to run the line about where I was running it with the white for this, which is about here. See, right in about there is where I'm going to run the line for the blue. It's going to be closer to where I ran it for the white. Run it across. We'll let this dry. We'll throw another coat of this on there once it does dry. But at least we were able to make what we wanted. See, there we go. That's what we want. So let that dry, and then we'll put a second coat on it. So there we go for Cousin Eddie's RV. See that? And it could probably be up. I could always add, like, level it off and add, like I think I'm too low over here. I could always level it off with the white, you know, and just level it off. See, there it is right there, the top part of Cousin Eddie's RV. Then we're going to make some rust. And I was thinking about this last night. Do I just want to make straight brown and then put brown on there? Do we want to make some brown and then put a little bit of red on there, you know, on top of it to make that rust color? Yeah, I was prepared to use yellow and green. I didn't know if I had any blue paint. So I'm glad we have blue paint. Not blue paint, but, you know, blue frosting. What's paint today? And again, this isn't a Winnebago either. This is a teardrop. So how's TikTok for everybody else? Were you guys able? Hi, Cindy. Were you guys able to get recharged and everything over on TikTok? Because people were having trouble recharging yesterday. I don't know the state of what the viewers are in. Last year when we went dark with the blackout, this same thing happened. This time we're coming up pretty fast. But there were a lot of things last year, like the subscriptions were gone completely, and things like that happened with that blackout. But it seems like it's coming back faster this time. But still, it's still things like last night when I got done doing this and signed off and everything. I didn't get any numbers, new followers. I didn't know how many had come through or anything. And that happened midway this year too, to where after about a week it corrected itself. The thing is that I'm close to like 10,400 followers right now. We should be there, and I'm frozen in time. So I'm just kind of not too happy about that, but it's out of my control. You know, we have to learn sometimes to, and I have a tendency to have a temper. I have no tolerance for BS. And I have a tendency to have to to stand back and go, okay, this is something I can't control. You know, so that's going to be just fine because of Eddy. So we'll make some more of that later to mix, and we'll let this one dry. So this is going to come across here. There we go, just like that. Because of Eddy's trailer. Pamela, if you're out there, I hope you're feeling all right. You know, regardless of what happened with TikTok, there was other news that happened in the world. It wasn't just about TikTok this year, this weekend. Lots of other stuff happened in the world. Okay, so this one's more like laid out better than the other one. See what happens is the second one I use always better. All right, so we're going to let that dry. Now we're going to create some rust. I'm going to do another coat. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, that's because it's a light color of blue. So we actually got the blue. So there's a light color blue for Cousin Eddy. Hot diggity. We are going to do another coat of that. So I'm going to ask you this. Should we add some more white to make it more whiter so the rust stands out better? Or should we just go ahead and put the rust on there? What do you guys think? Should we just start doing rust, or should we do one more coat of white? What do you guys think? One more coat of white or rust? Hey, fantastic. I'm glad. I'll be back tonight at 6:45 to do readings tonight, too, so we can really have some uplifting. So what do you guys think? Should we put white on, or should we do another coat of white? Or leave it? Because here's what it looks like right now. To me, it looks like we need more white, but that's the lighting I have in here. Let me show you what we got, okay? Should we add another coat of white? You guys think we should add some more white? Come on, you guys are helping me. Somebody answer me. Yes, more white. Okay, Shelly. Okay, we'll do more white. We'll make it more white. Isn't that cool, Shelly? I didn't know I had blue. I was going to mix some yellow and green and some white to make the blue color, but we lucked out. So that tells you how old his RV is, because I don't know the last time they did a little more white. Okay, I didn't know when the last time Winnebago made blue on, at the top of those RVs. So that thing's got to be like really antiquated. All right, let's do that. And then we'll make rust. We'll start on the tires. Of course, there'll be another coat of blue. Okay, let's get the other brush now. We can do our white. I got to be careful around the blue, obviously. But we'll get the brush here. That's a little bit more white. And then we'll sit there and work on our rust color, which I was thinking about. This is me. I can't rest at night ever, if something's going on. And I was thinking about this. Even when I was sleeping, I was dreaming about what color I was going to put together to make the rust. I mean, that's just how I am. But I'd be really obliged, you guys that are coming in here, if you go to our California Haunts page here on TikTok and take a look at my last 3 videos and comment and like. Because really, it's not counting views, so I don't know who's coming to see them or nothing. Unless you like it and comment. I don't know if you're coming in. I don't know who's coming in or what over there. It's really disheartening right now. That's why I have a video plan that I've been planning for a while that I want to do, but I'm not going to put in all the work if we're not going to get views on it, or the views aren't going to be counted. There's really no point. And as much as I hate to say it, my vision of TikTok is today there's a bunch of old guys sitting around a table. A little more white. There's a bunch of old guys sitting around a big long table. A whole bunch of Mr. Grinch is sitting there, right? Not Mr. Grinch, Scrooge. A whole bunch of Mr. Scrooge is sitting there counting their gold now because they were able to get their fingers in TikTok. So I'm just saying. And I have my own views of why all this went down, with TikTok in the first place. And, the main view I have is it was all, okay? Because the competition started to lose, right? And they wanted a piece of the pie. That's all I'm saying. Which is why this mess happened. It's not about world peace or world security. It's about ching, 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 ching. Okay, that one's done, so we have to let that one dry. I got a ridge I gotta get rid of. Get this ridge right here. Okay. All right, so we'll do the other one now. Now it's nice and white. It even looks white to me now. Or at least it looks quite white. Old cousin Eddy. I think we all have a cousin Eddy in our family. In our families. There are a lot of cousin Eddies out there. Not quite to the point of the worm farm, but I think Vegas vacation when he's outside barbecuing on the irradiated rock, all full of radiation. And the house is really drying well. I have an ETA on the those candy Christmas lights will be Friday, so the house will have a whole week to dry. And you know what I haven't done yet? I've been doing that every show. I've yet to lift my spoon up and eat the frosting. I've been very good about the frosting thus far. This is almost dry, which makes it nice. So the blue is light enough so I can make some more blue. It's almost dry. Okay, well, this can dry. I hope this dries fast, but this is a thicker coat, so yeah. So we should be able to mess with the blue some more. Of course, we'll have to make the detail on the door and all that stuff, but that's going to be with toothpicks and whatever else we have. Oop, not as dry as I thought. I'm an alien. It looked dry, but it's not. Okay, fine. We'll work on some rust color. I'm thinking I'll make brown with black and red. And then what I can do is, if we want it to stand, to stand out even more, I'll touch it up with some, dab it with some red. Okay. All right, so let that sit. So let's make our rust. Let's make our first round of rust here. Because once we do that, this has to be completely dry so that we can put the rust on the sides, the RV. Because we're going to have rust along the back and here around the doors, on the tires. Okay, so we're done with the white for now. Where's Mr. Lid? Where'd Mr. Lid go? Mr. Lid, where'd you go? Oh, Mr. Lid. Wow, Mr. Lid has left the building. But, oh, yeah, you know what? You guys are right. Let's go ahead and let that dry. I got other white stuff to do. I don't know where Mr. Lid went. It's kind of frightening. Because we got the roof and the inner walls to do on this. So let's just go ahead and do that. So I got those to do white, too. So we're not done away yet. I'll let you know that the dog was really comfortable, and then I decided to come in here. So she kind of looked at you guys on the phone. She came in to take a look, and she kind of growled at you guys. I'll just let you know. So right now the dog hates you people. Right now the dog doesn't like you guys much. Hi, Michelle. Hello. Don't forget, for you guys coming through, we are going to do readings tonight. I can't get be sure to check every day until this TikTok mess clears up. Be sure to check the page every day. Okay, the California Haunts page. To know what time the readings and everything are, because right now they're not putting it out there. They're not putting it out in the FYP or anything. It's not being pushed out. So, and I'm not the only one. There's other people that are complaining about not being pushed out. Their videos. So now it's up to you guys. There's 10,000, close to 10,400 of you. It's your responsibility now. It's my responsibility to put the videos out. Get my videos out there. It's now on you guys to go through and check the videos. And check on the page to see when things are going to be. Like the night show and this stuff. So that's up to you now. That way you can't come in and say, I didn't know you were on. Everybody able to find you. I didn't know you were on. Well, because I don't even know if they're putting this out on the, hi Cindy, I don't even know if they're putting this out on the FYP at night. Like last night, I had no idea if we were on the FYP or not. Whether they're pushing us out. Because now the whole thing is that they're going to retrain the algorithm. And it should be interesting to see what happens, because okay, you guys know the trolls, right, that we get? Why? Because we're doing tarot readings and ghost hunting. Satanic stuff, right? I have concerns that they're not gonna set us up to push us out very well. Because we all know it's the majority of the one that bought this are like the trolls we get. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I mean? So that I have real concern over, even to a straight ghost hunting material, whether they're going to push us out or not. Makes sense, right, you guys? That they may not push us out because that's not what they believe. Remember, they're trying to change the way we look at things on TikTok. They're trying to control our views on TikTok. So they may not push us out because of what we do here. Whether it's ghost hunting or it's or tarot cards or whatever, they may not push us out. Yeah, not all the time, right? Exactly. So now it's up to you guys to be able to go over there and check, and to make sure that you're finding us. That you're finding us and what we're doing with this stuff, and and when we're going to be on and all that. Now it's totally up to you guys. It's going to be up to you guys to really keep this thing going. Because I just have a feeling that we're going to be hindered. I mean, if I was in their shoes and I was at that troll religion, I'll just say troll religion, right? I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to say who it is. That would be my thought. Was, oh, we're not going to push these, we're not going to push the satanic stuff out. And this is covered. And this, this is covered under satanic. Ghost hunting is covered under satanic. That's covered under satanic. Welcome, everybody. So I have concerns about this. We're speculating, that's all. I'm not saying that, that it's so or whatever, but I have concerns. Is the new algorithm going to be fair to what we do? So I figure if I do enough of these videos and have these going, they really can't argue with it, right? Yeah. Yeah, so much. So who knows? I mean, you guys see the trolls we get. So that's what I'm saying. But the good news is, as far as not being put out in the FYP video-wise, we're not the only ones. In fact, a lot of content creators, I did it today to see what would happen. A lot of content creators are going to wait a week before they put their videos out there because they know they're not going to be seen. I just went out there today to see if maybe they had it together, but they don't. I'm surprised the subscriptions came back that fast because last time we didn't. You guys couldn't subscribe. You guys couldn't do anything. Thank you for the popular. You guys couldn't subscribe or anything. You can't tap to like it. Yeah, there's all kinds of weird things going on. The good news is for you guys that went in on the video I put out today, it hit the like button. I can see the likes. I can see the likes that you guys put on there. I can see your comments. It's just not showing views. So, All right, double tap that screen if you can. But yeah, you can go over there if you're able to and like the video and comment, and I can see it. So I know you're over there. But as far as views goes, they're not showing me views. Just like last night when we got done, normally, like when I call out the counts to you guys and how many been in and all that, normally I get those counts after the show so I can because I logged them into a book to see where we're at and how we're progressing. I could not, nothing came up last night. Which happened last year. But I'm going to take the cue from the other content creators that have been around for a while, the ones that are talking to their, their creator friends and all that, they're not going to put videos out and stuff until all this settles down. So I'm just going to take my cues off them for a while. But I will put daily videos. I'm going to continue. And that way you guys have to be informed of stuff somehow, The whole thing's silly. In fact, let me see if I can pull numbers right now. Don't move. Nobody's going anywhere. Let's see what the overview says. Okay, so I can pull numbers on the overview. So far, 84 of you come through. So at least because 85 now. So I can see the overview now. So I see what's coming in. So at least I can get numbers off of the overview. Hey, you guys over here on the other two networks, I don't have to worry about you. Unless I irritate the other two networks. All right, so we're going to make some brown. Because we want to make rust. So I'm going to get some black, and then we're going to get some red. And we're going to mix and make some brown. I don't know where the lid went to this. Well, that's why God created Ziploc bags for those moments. When you lose the lid, the good Lord made Ziploc bags for a reason. Because we're going to work on the tires a little bit. I don't know who's out there watching at the other network, but Pamela, if that's you, I hope you're feeling better. Come on in the chat, make yourself known. So don't forget tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific, we will be here doing tarot card reading, like we always are. Be sure to share it with as many people as we can, to get people in. Okay, so let's get the black. We're going to try and make some brown. And I'll try and do a dry brush with it, then we'll try and dry brush some red in after it's dry. Then we get the red. We have lots of red. Hi, Harry. Harry Dingleberry. All right, dude. You know what? You better be a nice guy because you know what? You troll me, I'm going to send you packing. Harry Dingleberry. God damn, people. Blessed, keep an eye on that guy. Blessed is one of my moderators. Keep an eye on Harry Dingleberry, will you? Harry Dingleberry. Normally I laugh, but it's not funny today. So we're going to try and make some rust. This is our experiment for the rust. I did find, it's interesting. I got on there, found photos of this. This thing was surprised it was blue on top. I don't remember being blue on top. All right, let's see if I can screw this up any further. But my dog hates all of you right now. Let me mix it, make sure we get enough red in here. Is that brown or what? Let me see. I got to see. I need something white. Still black. Okay, we'll add more red. What if I add yellow to this to lighten it up a little bit? Let's see. Black is such an overwhelming color. And again, the lighting I have in here, it's everything, is darker in here because I can't tell. The lighting is just so dark on the side with those bright lights that I have. Can't see what the hell I'm doing. That's why you guys laugh because I use a flashlight at night, but I think we're brown. No, we're not. Oh, we're brown, yeah. So it is brown. All right, so I'll try and do some dry brush on those tires. It's a really dark brown though. So do I want to lighten it? It is brown. Because I want people to be able to see it. That's the key. Because the underlay is going to be black on all these things. So, well, let's see if I can see what it looks like. All I can do is redo it, right? So let's see if I can't do this over the boogers. Give me this. I need this. And we'll see how lightly I can do this. There it is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just, okay. The idea is to airbrush this over the boogers. Still wet. That's not looking good. It's looking dark. So I may have to go lighter with the brown. As I airbrush this over the boogers. Let me see what it looks like in light. See, like I said, with no light in here, it's hard to tell how dark that is and how light that is. What's nice and brown? I think I might be too dark a brown. Okay. So I have to lighten it up. I think it's too dark a brown. Because we want to see it. It's rust. So I'm going to try some white, a little bit of white in there, see what happens. But it's going to make it gray. Well, it shouldn't make it gray. It might make it gray. I don't know. We're about to find out what it's going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of white in there. Just a smidge. See what we can do here, light it up. See if I can lighten the brown up a little bit without making it gray. That's every line. The pen. Just lightening it up a little bit. Well, it hasn't turned to gray yet, so that's promising. Sorry, guys, just got blasted on over there. It's so dark and brown is black. So, okay. Let's lighten it up. See if I can lighten it up a little bit. It's really so dark and brown it looks black almost. So we don't want it to be totally brown. But we don't want it to go gray either. If it goes gray, then we have issues. Perhaps yellow would be a proper color. I don't know. Maybe some yellow. Because we're going for a rust color. And we just went gray. Story of my life. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. So, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me get a paper towel and get that out of there. That is not what I wanted to achieve. So let's try. I don't have another thing to put it in, do I? See if I can get this out of here. That is not what I wanted to achieve. That's not what I was going for. I think we should try some red and yellow. Black, red, and yellow. We get kind of an orangey color going with it. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Where'd you go? Over here. Let's try some black, red, and yellow. Because I think maybe that would work better as a combination as we try to figure out what color we want to use here. Okay, where'd that yellow go? You never where the yellow went. Okay. Assuming we have yellow. I know there's yellow. Question is, where is the yellow at this point? Oh, cool. Let's see. Is this one usable? Hang on. That would save me from having to use the main icing, so I could, like, dribble it out. Okay. I'm looking for the yellow. I know we have yellow. It might be over with the supplies from the other one. Because the other one had that yellow. That was a bust, but we'll try to figure out colors. Make it more stand out more. What do we got here? Green. Ha! More blue. I know there's yellow. Should be in a bag thing by itself. Okay. Let's check that other one now. There's yellow. Should be in a bag by itself. See? Or not. Got more green. We're festive for green, guys. I'll have to look in the... Ah, there it is. I knew it. We had yellow. Okay. So let's see if we can do it this way with yellow. Okay, so I'm going to add some black, yellow, and red this time. And see how we end up. See if I can get the color I'm looking for. So I'm going to throw some black in here. There's some black. Let me get some yellow. I knew that would turn gray. I knew it. I knew better to put white in there. I just knew it. I'll throw some yellow in there. And we'll throw some red in there. If I have to, I'll pick up more yellow. I got to make sure we have black too to... Look, Halloween colors. Throw some red on top of that. Okay. Mix, 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 mix. I'll show you if I can pull it off. I'll show you what I'm going for with this. Time flies when I'm doing this. It's already 3 o'clock. Good Lord. I wonder where the yellow went. Okay. Okay, how are we looking? Let there be light. Oh, that didn't do jack. Story of my life. Let me throw some more red in there. We just might have to just go with highlights of red on it to make it look rusty. Maybe that's maybe down to that point. All right, dark orange. A dark orange might work. You know? Make it into a dark orange. It's brown, but it's awfully dark brown. We might go, you know what? I just might forsake it all with a dark orange. Let's try again. Let's try that's brown, but it's really dark. I'm gonna do a little bit more red, and then if this doesn't work the way I want it to, we'll use a dark brown. Like make it like a burnt sienna. Or if worst comes to worst, I'll just like tonight. I'll just go through my paints, my acrylic paints. I'll just grab the damn color out of those. I'm sure there's a burnt sienna over there somewhere. I'm sure there's a burnt sienna in my acrylic paints. Now there's a nice brown. Now let's try some yellow in there. I know I've got burnt sienna over there somewhere. Thanks for the heart me. I know there's, like I said, I know there's burnt sienna over there somewhere. Instead of messing with this. Now we'll try a dark. We'll try and make a dark orange. Maybe try and make a burnt sienna. Holiday row, ha 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 ha, penny arse, holiday row. Well, that's interesting. It's kind of like a weird green. So I wonder if I go with more red, if I can get more of a burnt sienna color. We can try. But having to recreate this color is going to be a big pain in the. I'm going to try some red, see what happens. It's going to be a rumpus. Pain in the rump. Try and add a little bit more red in there, see what happens. We'll have to test out for rust. See what we got. That's definitely a light brown. I think we have a light brown. So what I'm going to do, here's what we're going to try. I'm going to stir this up. Where do we put it? Okay, I'm going to stir this up, and I'm going to take one of the small brushes, you know, the thinner brushes. I'm going to do this other tire here. See if we can't get this to stand up. Because what I can do is just throw my hands up and surrender. I'm kidding. It's awfully dark. Don't like it. It's really dark, and I just don't like it. Because even if I do it, you're not gonna. Oh, you can tell it's brown. Here, I'll try to do some more out here. Because we just want to barely touch it. Because it's rusted out. Because what I can do is we can touch it up with red. Probably look like it's on fire. Which would be all right because of Eddy, you know. Let me look now. Oh, wow. Really? What the heck? I don't know, because it looks like, is that, hang on. Something weird happened with the paint last night. Yeah. Well, I don't know, you guys. I'm just not too happy with the way I see yellow underneath all this too, and I don't like it. I'm gonna try and fill in. I see stuff on here that I didn't see last night because I can't see in here. It's too dark. Try and paint it with this on. It's just too dark in here, and it is brown though. That's good. That is brown. I just want to get in the middle here because it's showing me some yellow from the cookie itself. Actually, I like it. It is brown, so that'll allow me to add a little bit of red on top once it dries, so I can make it look more rusty. Yeah, it is brown, so I'm kind of liking it. Not quite like I had envisioned it, but okay. Yeah, so it's doing what, I'll show you what it's doing. So it is, doing what I wanted to, kind of. Let me lift it up. This is still kind of wet, but if I show you, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see the brown. See the brown? That's the start of the rust for Cousin Eddie. You can see the different color right there. You can see the different color right there. So it is brown. So we're going to touch that up with a little red when it's dry. See if we can't make it look more rusty. Oh, we got yellow over here, same situation. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Wish I was capable of strapping on because I have a magnifying light, but there's no way to strap it on this particular type of table. Otherwise, I'd have it up here and be able to see the lighting on here. When I do Legos, I have to do it this way too, no matter what room I'm in the house. I'll probably do another coat of black on there too. For this dry. Okay. So that's done. We gotta let this dry. I'll do the other one now. Good to see everyone. Good to see everyone. Everybody's so quiet today. So I'll definitely be back at 6:45 tonight. 167 of you. Well, that's promising, considering we're not on the FYP. It'd be funny if I could draw a couple white patches on the tires, but I'm not going to go that far. I could have wanted to. I didn't sleep good last night. I was up every hour on the hour. I don't know why. No clue why I couldn't sleep last night, but I could. Okay, let me get these two done. Smells so good, it makes me want to eat the thing. Then we'll try some red on top and see if I can make it look kind of rusty. I don't want to look like it's on fire. I just want to look rusty. At least it's brown. If you're getting blasted by the light, I'm sorry. Because this is what we're going to do all of it. I mean, I want to save this brown after this because this is going to be the base. We're going to have a base coat for all the rest on here. And I think now that I made the brown, I'm going to do the rest in brown and let that be the base coat, for the thing. for this project. So those are done. Did I miss this one? I got to do this one. Did I do that one? I can't remember. Can't remember. No. No wonder why I looked dry. I thought, oh, I dried really fast. Now I know why. I hadn't done it yet. So again, once I shut off today, I'll be back at 6:45 tonight. 6:45, 7. Because I have to break all this down and get everything set up for the show tonight. My stomach's talking to me. Leftover pizza. Homemade pizza, so it's good for me. I gotta feed my animals too. They're glaring at me a lot, so they get fed today. Got a spot up there. Where did I see it? Whoa, what's on here? Okay. There it is up there. I saw it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so, okay. Okay, so there's two things I can do. I could try the red right now. Let's see what happens if I try some red on here. All that could happen is I screw it up majorly, right? Let's try some red. See if I can get some red on top, but it kind of mixes in kind of. Ah, there was another one. Why did I have two? Oh, because I made blue in one. Oh, that is the blue. Hello. See, I tell you, I'm getting loony in my old age. I'm getting old, man. I can tell. Forgetting stuff. Oh, you're empty. You're just a bunch of little light bulbs we don't use right now. So I can put you somewhere else. Oh, this is empty. Guess where you're going? Yes, that's where you're going. Until I get the light bulbs. Now we'll put the red in here. So I said put the red in. I need a bigger table. That's what I need. Now put some red in here. See if we can't make this look. That's enough. Decent. Okay, where'd the one I just grabbed go? That's not you. That's not you. That's you. Okay, let's see if we can't. We don't want a lot on top of this, but we want just enough to make it. Take my glasses off. Deep concentration. Oh, there we go. Hello, rust. Yes. Just a little bit of rust on there. Hello, rust. Hey, I think it's working nice. Just enough. Let me see. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now we got rust. Now we got rust, you guys. Now we have rust. Kind of let it mix in a little bit with it. Hello, Cousin Eddy rust. We're just going to mix all the way across here. Yeah, I'm going to mix across there now. We're going to mix up a little bit. Let it mix. Let it mix through. Hey, we got rust, you guys. There we go. You want to see the rust? Hello, Cousin Eddy rust. Here we go. We have rust. All right. There we go. Look at that. We got rust. How's that grab you? What do you think? We have rust on the hubcaps. You like that? What do you think, Shelly? We have rust on Cousin Eddy's hubcaps. So we'll add more rust over here. Yeah, we got rust. Yeah. Knew I'd figure it out. That or I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna get into my acrylics. I was gonna make a rust no matter what. So just to get up here with a paintbrush and mix it around. Well, it's still wet, which is what's helping. Then we'll make the tires a little blacker. Yep, we got rust. I didn't want it to look like it was on fire like charcoal. There we go. We got cut. We got rust for Cousin Eddie. All right, there's a little too much, so we're gonna anywhere where we have an overabundance of red, we're just gonna mix it around on here to make that rust color. Because the thing is, it's gonna look like charcoal if I do like orange in there or yellow. It'll look like it's on fire like charcoal briquettes. Oh yeah, that worked beautiful. That works really well. Yeah, that one looks really good. Yep, we have rusty wheels. You want to see them? We have rusty wheels. It only took me a few minutes to figure this stuff out. There we go. There's the back wheels. And there's the front wheel. It's all nicely rusted. Let me do the other one now. There we go. Hello, Cousin Eddie. You guys like that? You guys like the rest? Can we add a little bit more red in there on this side? Do the same thing on these wheels. Hello, Cousin Eddie. Hey, then he gives Clark the white buck shoes. Okay. Finally figured out our rust. It only took the whole show. Only took me the whole stupid show to figure out, how to make the rust. Because remember, tomorrow when we get to the body part, like the lower body portions down here, we're going to have to put rust on there. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make it, we'll do black on the base and we'll make it lumpy so that we can get this effect for it being rusted. See how that one looks. But see, this is the issue I've always had in here. You guys laugh when I'm doing my show because I'm like this with the flashlight. It's so dark. These two lights I have to have. Once everything's behind here or on this side, anything from this side over is dark as heck for me to use. That looks great. We got rust sticking off that sucker. I like that one. Okay. Thank God for the lids. I gotta get some more of this week. Thank God for the lids of these bottles. I'd lose lost without them on this project. Now, if that wasn't black paint, if that was just like I was doing like shades of brown on it, like I would with acrylic, I could really do a really cool airbrush effect on this. But because it's black paint under there and frosting sticky, the more I dilute the frosting, the harder it gets to use. So I can't do that effect with it. Because the idea, if it was a lighter brown, I could dilute it and really make it look 3D instead of creating the 3D. That should do it right there. A little more on this side. It's looking good. Oh yeah, we got rust. Hello, rust. Clark W. Griswold. Try and run some over here. So let's work with the black. We're going to work with the black around the outer edges, make the black a little more black. Get this to stand out more. That's what we'll do. There we go. Yeah. Now we're cooking. All right, I'll show you this one. So we're going to make our rust the same way all the way around. See that right there? We got some rust. See the rust? Does that look like rust, you guys? Does that look like rust to you? I hope. Don't forget, tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific, we will be right back here. Double tap that screen if you like what I'm doing. Show me some love, you guys. Show me some love. Show me some love. I feel lonely. Oh, and then I got mad at my dog. She ate my my Roku remote a couple weeks ago. I had to order a new one. And I guess I forgot last night. I was so tired. In fact, when I got done here, to be perfectly honest, I went in there, sat down, and I was out till like 1 a.m. And then I couldn't sleep. I was getting up every hour on the hour. And my last Roku remote, the dog ate. And I had my remote sitting next to me, or sitting in a little cup holder thing. And when I finally got up this morning at 8:30, I looked down and there's no remotes. I couldn't find them, and I look at the dog and I'm like, "You had better not have eaten my remotes." And she's kind of looking at me all innocent, like I didn't touch it, Mom. Blah blah. So I happened to start digging around and found them on the ground, where I knocked them off. But my first inclination is the stupid dog ate the remotes again. So here's the other one that's all rusted. See it? Okay. So let's paint the tires black. Put some more black on these tires so we can darken them as a second coat. And then the white may be dry enough to start putting some rust on it. This white paint doesn't have to be perfect because, again, hey, what's happening, Panther? Hi, Barbara. If I get your name wrong, I'm sorry, I can't see. Going to Costco on Wednesday to try and get contacts so I can actually see things at a decent distance. So the paint job on here doesn't have to be perfect, you guys, because it's Cousin Eddy's. I mean, the thing is trashed. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, let's do some work on the tires, and we'll make sure the tires are nice and black. And we might stop there. We might just stop there because I figure I got to take my afternoon break, in between this and doing the readings. I still got to make my dinner, so I got about a 15-minute delay to warm up my dinner and everything. And I got to feed my animals too, so that'll give me time to take care of business and then get back in here at 6 and clean all this up and move everything around so we can do our show tonight. And don't forget to go visit the California Haunts page on TikTok, you guys, and be sure to like and follow if you haven't done that already. Like and comment on the videos that have 0 views, because they're not counting the views at this point. But if you like and comment, at least that tells TikTok that we're all engaged. Hey, how goes it? Good to see you. Yeah, it is Barbara. Okay. All right, let's do the black on here. And then I think we're going to pull the plug for today. I'll come back in tomorrow at 2, and we'll do this again. Do I have another smaller? Yes, I do. For the black. This guy here. And tomorrow we'll come back in and we'll do some more on it. Tomorrow we should be able to start adding the rust on the bottom part of this, where it's rusted out in the corners in the center there. We should be able to start putting the rust on. Poor Cousin Eddy. So proud of his RV. Now I can say my family bought a small RV and we don't have it anymore, unfortunately. I was hoping to do a lot more with it than what I did, but circumstances of my mom and dad getting sicker and sicker, we just couldn't do it. And I feel bad because I really was excited to have that, because Nancy Matz and I wanted to travel and do ghost hunts and stuff, and we just didn't get to do it. But it was a 73, so it was already like 25, 30 years old. So we kind of had our version of Cousin Eddy's RV in a way. In a weird, twisted sort of way. Okay, I'm just going to second coat this. I may have to wash that one brush so we have a thinner brush. But I'm going to second coat this just for today. But I had my own kind of Cousin Eddie RV for a while. I wish we, I wish things had worked out with it because I really. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's wet. Is that wet? That's wet, but you know what? It's wet, but it's not used. We want one that's not used. Yeah, that works. I want one like this. Spread it better. There we go. Hey, favorited. I need one of the smaller ones. Doesn't happen. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna. Where's that other one I was using? The smaller one. Be right back. Let me wash this out real quick. Then we'll get the black on there. Ugh. Be right back. Look for ghosties. All right. All right. And we're all on weird schedule here. The dog sleeps all day. I sleep all day. Because my black cat, my tomcat, hates when other cats come into the yard. And we've had a couple cats come in because I have cats. So they're coming in to see the girls, to talk and visit. And it drives him crazy. And he screams all night long. And I mean screams. And so it keeps the dog and I up all night. His screams are so loud, okay, that I'm telling you, if we put little Richard in the same room, or Pavarotti, this cat would be louder than little Richard and Pavarotti. And I'm used to it. I sleep through it now. It kind of wakes me up every once in a while. The only time I really wake up is when the dog gets frustrated, and the dog wakes me up to tell me that he's screaming. Because otherwise, I'm used to it. But it gets crazy. When he goes full volume, it is just insane. But that cat can now scream Little Richard and Pavarotti. And he's as sweet as can be. I mean, I don't know. You got to think with your animals the trade-off. Like Gypsy's a bit of a rascal, with chewing stuff and things like that. And but she's the sweetest that I think she could be with me. She takes care of me. She wakes me up when she gets worried about me. And so I guess a lot of the time it's a trade-off with your animal. Like with her, it's a trade-off. And with him, you couldn't ask for a sweeter cat. He loves to get out of there. He'll sit on my shoulders at night when I'm watching TV. Me, him, and the dog. We'll just sit there and watch TV together, and he just loves to cuddle. So I guess you got to take a trade-off. But, there's months where they don't come around. But there's months when they come around. And the months they don't come around, we can actually sleep at night. But the months when they do come around, like right now, you can forget about any kind of sleep whatsoever. So I love it when I wake up and the dog's up and she gives me that look. Because she gives me a certain look when she can't sleep. About how irritated she is. And then she'll stand at the back door waiting for that other cat to come around. And then she'll jump at the back door trying to scare them away. The dog will. Because the dog grew up with barn cats. So it's not like she's not a cat dog. She grew up with barn cats. Okay, let me see how this looks until I darkened it. Oh, yeah, it looks better. And don't worry, if we go over on these things, we're going to have to do the bottom part of the wheels anyway in black. But if I go over and I miss a little bit, it's fine because we're going to, this stuff's going to have, we're going to be painting white over it. We're going to be adding rust, So, I mean, that's just Cousin Eddie. So here's what it looks like with the second coat on the main wheels. Okay. See, it looks more rusty. What do you think? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? We got our rust on the hubcaps. But I admit it, my old RV was a little bit, Cousin Eddie-ish. I love my old RV, though. We used to go fishing and have lunch, my mom and dad. Then it got to the point where my dad couldn't even get in the thing anymore. So, it was just one of those things. And you got to repair those things a lot. We facility repair because I couldn't keep up with it because I was taking care of my mom and dad. So it's kind of sad. It's sad the day when it was really sad. Someday maybe I can get a sponsor, for going out paranormal ghost hunting and stuff. Get a sponsor that'll back us, get us an RV, a small RV. But till then, if we have to camp, SUV. I am working on, in fact, I have a deal going on right now for an SUV tent that'll fit my SUV. So that's one thing that's in the works right now. So if we do decide to go on the road and do ghost hunts on the road and stuff, we'll be able to do some camping. Maybe next season when the weather's better. I can't sleep like on a tent, like on the floor or anything like that anymore because of my leg and back problems, but I can certainly sleep in my car seat. My car seats are very comfortable, so I have no issues with that. So I'm working on an SUV tent. It'd be nice to get a hot tent, but we'll see. They're just not going to give it to anybody. They want to know that you know what you're doing. That you know what you're doing camping, which I know what I'm doing. It's just a question of getting. I just haven't been out to do it for a while, for a few years. It's been a while. And I used to crouch in the tent. I mean, I had a nice big roomy 7-person tent for my mom and I. It was my mom and I and the dog. We had lots of room, man, when I went. We used to go to Mount Lassen and stuff. My mom and I had all kinds of room in that thing. Let's see how this one looks now. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if I can get that RV tent going. I got my fishing. I got my ugly stick came in finally for fishing. And again, because I've had these dizzy spells, I really can't go fishing yet until we figure out what's causing the dizzy spells because I don't want to be out on some jetty somewhere or out in the rock somewhere. The fishing I did do last year was fun because I was on a dock, like over here, it was a seated lake and I was sitting on a bench. So there was no way to fall in the water or anything. But, if I get dizzy and I'm trying to get a snag out or something, man, and I go over, that's it. So I got to be really careful right now until the doctors figure out what the heck's causing my dizziness. Like my ears last night, I couldn't hear at all out of my hearing. Well, I could hear, but it was all muffled. And then I slept last night and everything cleared up. So as far as this ear goes, so I can hear really well today. But last night when I did this show, I couldn't hear nothing. And then on Saturday night, same thing. It was all muffled. I could hear, but it was muffled. And that's what's causing my do not challenge me. Go away, dude. I'm not gonna do, you guys want to do your stuff. It's killing you because you can't advertise. Not my problem. For battles today. Go away. But it's spooky, Because if I'm, like I said, if I'm on a jetty somewhere, I get a snag, I'm leaning over, and all of a sudden the ear fills up. Be swimming with the fishies. Okay, so we were able to get 2 coats of the white on there, and we did 2 coats. We did a nice coat of blue on there, So tomorrow we can do another coat of blue and make a decision if we're going to put any more, if we're going to coat white to make sure it's nice and white. We'll look at it tomorrow when it's dry and make that decision. And then we'll start, if we all come to an agreement on it, we can all start, I just used the wrong brush. That's okay. We can all start putting the rust spots on here. Okay, that looks nice. That looks nice. Nice and rusty. Yeah, nice and rusty. In fact, the red is starting to merge into the we can add more red on there now because the red is starting to merge into the brown. So tomorrow we can add on the rust. We can add some more rust because you're not going to see the rust as much. The red's starting to merge in there a little more. So we're going to want to add a little more red to that rust. So that'll be something tomorrow too. 3:38. We're doing good. We're doing it on time. About an hour and a half. So if I add more, I could add more red over here. Okay, let me get these guys back up. Hang on. There we go. All right. So yeah, we can add more red on there before we go, because it is starting to not show, and we want the red to show. That was the whole purpose of us doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more red on here. Let me grab some red. We'll add some more red on there. Did that red get hard? Yeah, a little bit. Because the red's starting not to show, and that's what we wanted the red to show a little more. Because it's rust. Let me get some fresh red out there. Before we leave, we'll just add some more red. I do it because when it dries, it kind of goes out. The color kind of goes down. Okay. So we're going to try and add some red. If I use orange, it'll look like burning charcoal embers, and we don't want that. Be nice to see how it looks, but it is what it is. But I'll try and get in here. Wednesday is the only day I won't be in here at all because I have a doctor's appointment. So you guys are on your own on Wednesday. But tomorrow I can try and be in here too. Thursday I can try and be in here too. Friday as well. And that other house, the vacation house, really all we have left is to put those little candy things on. The little candies? That's what we have left on the vacation house. And then when this is done, we have that to get that other house back together because it got all messed up. Now this has a little more red than we had before, so I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. Kind of looks like charcoal press smell, but I think it needs it. So I'm going to do it, and I can always fix it. Let's see. It's been the last thing we do today is put this stuff on. It doesn't have to totally be like rusted, but we do want it to look rusted. Let's see that now. Yeah. I'll show you what I just did. I added more red on here to make it stand out more. See it? See that? See, we got rusted. Does that look rusted to you guys? Does it look rusted? Does that look rusted? I realize that's flat up there. We'll have to fix the tire. Does that look rusted? So don't forget TikTok. I'll be back at, well, for you guys too that are on TikTok over there on that side. Okay, cool. I'm going to add more on this side. Then we're going to call it. I got to go grab some baggies and put these colors away so they don't get bad on us. And again, when we get the actual Brio to Cousin Eddie, it's going to be completely, it's going to look like the one in the movie. Where this was, like I said originally when I got this, I thought about bringing it home, taking it apart, trying to see if I could cut it in half and combine two to make it look like a regular size Winnebago, but there really wasn't any way to do it. The only way I could do it, because of where the tires are. If the tires were so closely placed together, I could have done it. But I thought about it. If the tires hadn't been so closely placed together on here, I would have done it. If this tire wasn't so close here, because I was going to make the cut like right here. And then we would add a second front, but then that would be 3 tires. And I didn't want to do that. So that's what stopped me from doing it. Had they been further apart, I would have done it. And then super glued it together and then extended it out like a Winnie. Let's see what this looks like. That one looks good. A little bit more on that one. Oh, the charcoal briquettes. But this is going to be another artsy one because we're going to want to work on the doors and all that. The frames around the doors, and so all that's going to take time on this one. Good to see everybody. I think we might have it now, and that one needs a little more. That one looks good. That one, I'm not missing that one. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. Let me add a little more. Then I want to call it. It's this side over here that looks naked. This side looks naked over here. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'll show it to you guys. So that's going to do it, you guys. That's going to wrap it for tonight. And tomorrow we'll do some more. So there we go there. See the rust? We got rusted wheels here. Okay, well that's going to do it. I have to put these things in baggies. Make sure it's all sealed off for the night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at around 2 p.m. Pacific. Again, we'll come back in here and do this. And it's been fun, you guys. It's been fun. And we'll continue with this. And maybe tomorrow, if everything works out, and we like the way the white dries completely, because we know we're going to have to do one more blue up here. We'll have to do the blue once more. But if we like the way the white dries completely, we can start putting rust along the bottoms of this thing, okay? All right, for everybody, it's coming back tonight. Remember, 6:45 p.m. Pacific or thereabouts for tarot card reads, free tarot card reading, and fun songs, fun stories, fun everything. And come on in tonight, and we'll do that. And that'll be around 6:45. TikTok, come on over, visit us. Don't forget to go visit the California Haunts page. And those videos that aren't showing any views, please go on in there and put some likes on there. Put some likes and comments on those, okay? So TikTok knows we're live. Maybe that'll help us get into that algorithm better, okay? Because they're putting us into it, trying to figure out those algorithms. So please be sure to do that. Thank you all for coming tonight. And let me go ahead and shut down over here, and I'll shut you guys down, okay? All right. Since it's the end, I can get away with this. TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you guys for coming today. And so we'll continue tomorrow with this. It should turn out really cute, for being what it is. The teardrop or whatever this is converted, a little mini trailer converted to make it look like Cousin Eddy. So It should turn out pretty cute in the end. So come on back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific. And if you have a TikTok account, come on over tonight. California Haunts, come on over and see us at California Haunts on TikTok. And you'll see us live tonight. We'll have the little red dot with the. We'll have my picture with the little red dot thing around, with the red thing around it to tell you I'm live. So come on in, come join us. Free tarot card readings. We have a good time and tell stories, sing songs, do things like that. All right. I'll see you guys later or tomorrow.